Hello again.
Hello again.
The gorgeous Cherie DeVille.
Jeff motherfucking Leach.
Wow.
In the house.
I gave you gorgeous, you gave me motherfucking.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take
You're
it.
welcome.
Good to see you. We're back again to discuss another subject matter, and today's video games. You're
I
excited.
squealed it.
Why are you so excited about video games?
Because I
Tell me.
spend an insane amount of time playing games.
And that's why you are presented today, I'm assuming, as
Yes.
the icon
Who?
that is
Who?
Lara Croft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Is she one of your
formative
heroes?
in my younger years. Well, one of the first gaming characters you could play that was a girl, even though she was super like curvy and objectified, like you could play the game as a woman. Game changer.
She was definitely one of the first major protagonists in a video game. There were
Yeah.
definitely female characters in games.
Yeah, sure. But
You're ignoring
like,
the legacy
Yeah.
that Princess Peach has laid for time immemorial. Or Zelda, Princess Zelda, a lot of
but
princesses.
still, they were like side characters.
Right.
You weren't playing as them.
I get you. So
You
she
weren't
was one of your
playing
first
as a
heroes and
woman.
icons, hence why you're dressed as her. Well, I'm dressed.
Yes, tell me.
As-
This is a character?
I'm a pro esports player
Esports.
/ streamer / angry incel.
Angry Incel.
Yeah.
What would be like your team name if you had an EA
Just
Sports
fucking the Nut Dippers.
Mm-hmm.
The Nut Dippers would be my esports organization.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually wearing a Tempo Storm. You can,
I
don't know if
know
you
what
can
that
see
is. No, I really
on
don't.
my
You're gonna
back,
have to
but
tell me
this
all
is
of
my
this.
actual my pro shirt. The Tempo Storm. So
Wait, what game did you play? I don't even know. I know you as a Twitch streamer. I didn't even know.
I'm not even a Twitch streamer. You don't know anything about
You
what
don't
I do in
know
the world of
anything
gaming.
about me. You
You're
don't
making it
know
up.
anything.
You're pretending you know about me. You're pretending like we're these close friends.
Yeah, that Twitch shirt. You're like, I hate it. I've never Twitched in my life. I don't know how I got this hoodie.
This was my partnership hoodie when I was partnered with the platform.
Yeah.
One of 2 times I was partnered and then permanently banned. We can get onto that later on. That's a whole nother episode, I think,
It is,
streaming.
that's the whole thing.
But certainly in video games,
But
like this represents to me what I think modern video games really are about for a lot of people who digest them on a daily basis, and that is stream culture and the playing of video games together as a community, but also esports as well. Like it's a whole new billion-dollar business that people have ignored for decades,
Yeah.
and now are suddenly like, oh, there's music and we should, there's money to be made and we should treat it
Fills
like,
stadiums.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I've
And actually,
never
it doesn't
watched
sell-
an esport event, but
They
you
don't
were a
fill
team
that
member?
many stadiums. They don't fill as many stadiums as people think. What it's more about is there's just so much money tied up in it, and you can do relatively high production at a relatively low budget for something like esporting events. And that's the best part for money-wise. They're like, oh, we can get exactly the same sponsors as the NFL and exactly the same money, but we've only got to get some kids together in a studio. Do you know
So
what I mean?
it's the sponsors that make most of the money in EA Sports, not like the fans watching or getting
Oh, I mean,
tickets
merchandise.
or...
Yeah, merchandise sales is probably a big part of it. But I think for an esports organizations, it's their big brand partners like Red Bull is sponsoring the team.
Yeah.
That's where the real money comes. And then probably, Bitcoin investors, Bitcoin bros and Chinese investors and things
How many
like that.
people were on your team? What game did you play? I
No,
know
I'm
nothing
not a
about
pro
this.
gamer. I'm not a pro gamer.
You have the shirt with your name on it.
Yo, that's because I was influencer talent for the esports
Cool,
website.
very
I shoutcasted a lot of their
Yeah,
tournaments and things like that in games like Hearthstone competitions and Warzone competitions. But that's why. My friend owns a company. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like any industry, it's who you know. It's not what you actually know.
Well, so like you've gotten to that level in gaming, but let's rewind. When did you start gaming? When did you first pick up that controller or look on the computer and
My
play your
first memory
game?
of video games, like what I consider video games, one of my first is these little, they used to sell these, and I used to get them in like stalls in Spain on the market, knockoff ones. But Nintendo, one single game, Nintendo, like Donkey Kong Barrel Toss.
Oh, yeah.
And it was super flat, and it was an on-off. There was no save. There was no save function or reload or anything like that. It was just on-off, and it was literally 8-bit, bit. You know, you'd move your little character and try and jump and get through multiple levels. That was my earliest video game memory.
That was your first video game.
That's the first really video game that I remember. And then it started to grow. Then Game Boys came out. Then you got the Master Systems, the Sega Master Systems, the Nintendo 64s, and it all starts spiraling out. The PlayStations, the Xboxes, and now we're up to dual PC.
What do you have now? What do you game on now?
I'm mostly PC.
PC game.
Yeah, no, I do like dual PC rigs for streaming and gaming and stuff.
I feel like, and I only console game, but I feel like most like legit gamers would say PC gaming.
What's your we can get into the PC versus console. Then that's a whole subject we have to get touch base on. It really is.
It really is.
We'll get into
Only
that.
because I feel the shade, because as a console gamer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll post stuff about it on social media, and every so often there's that shade
I'll
that I'm
explain
not
why.
a real gamer.
We'll go into console versus PC.
Yeah.
Video games first, memories of video games. That's mine, was that. And then also on PC, if we're talking about PC,
Sure.
Leisure Suit Larry, right? Some people are going to know what this is. You know what it is?
I played it, yes!
Okay. So tell me what your first game was. That similar stuff? Leisure Suit Larry
How
for
old
me,
were you
right?
first? How old were you when
So
you played?
I was at a completely inappropriate age to be
Same!
playing Leisure Suit Larry. I was
Same,
like
that's why I asked.
9, 10, 11.
That's even younger than me, and I thought it was...
And for those of you who don't know, right, Leisure Suit Larry was this
bad.
one of the first point-and-click adventures that came out on not even on the, it was on the Amstrad. It wasn't on like a Dell, or maybe a Dell. Maybe
I played it on my friend's dad's computer.
Right, same. I played on my dad's Amstrad. Right, he had one for work, and he had, it was literally just
This was for work too.
tap, tap, tap. You actually had to literally type / play, and it was on a floppy disk. Floppy disk,
Of course it was on a where else would it have been?
Old school.
Where else would it have been?
And it was really sexual. It was like about this guy who was like a white suit wearing old school Lothario trying to bang prostitutes, and every woman he comes across, you're basically trying to get him laid. Yeah, the game was to get him laid, and you had to buy roses and chocolates and drop them off over here, and then you had to get a key to go back to the prostitute's house. You had to get a condom from the third floor.
I don't know why you had to work so hard for a hooker, but you did, and I did put in that work.
Me too.
And I masturbated to it as well. Did you?
Did you really masturbate to Leslie Larry?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
you did it?
I might have done, yeah.
Of course you did. Why else were you playing the game?
I think I
That's
did
what
touch
the game's
myself
about.
inappropriately to it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's so weird that you would jerk
How
off
many
about
people?
written words and
Yes.
8-bit characters getting it on.
I need to know now how many people in the world played that game and what percentage of them jerked off to it.
Every gamer over like 40 at
Has played
least.
that
I'm
game.
39, so all right, over 35
I'm 44,
maybe.
but yeah.
But I was playing
You
it
were
because
very young.
I had older friends. I had older friends though. So it was them who gave me
I
the
thought
game.
it was terrible
and,
that I was in
told me
like
about it.
junior high school.
Oh no,
You
I
were
had to
like
hide the game from my dad and
9.
stuff. Yeah.
How'd you get the game?
My older friends. I had friends who were
gave
4
you
years
the
older who
game.
lived in my road. And we
Yeah.
used to hang out, and they would like give me their old porn mags that all stuck together, and they give me floppy disks. They're like, "Here's Leisure Suit Larry, play that game." Back then, you had to. A game when it released had to be finished completely.
Finish. There's no digital
No
updates.
bugs, no
It's done.
updates, no DLCs, no new skins
You're
to be
not
bought.
turning in your cartridge for a new one.
They were like, we designed it, we've bug tested it, and we hope there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
It should be good.
Bye.
We've tried to break this 1,000 ways, and it should be good. Well, number one. So they had to make it so difficult because it had to have replay value.
Lots of it.
You're not getting a DLC or an offshoot. And then also, I think outside of just the fact that it had to be harder, I think also kids are spoiled now. People need
Attention
immediate
span.
gratification.
Yeah.
They need to feel good about playing it, because if it's not easy enough, kids will just go, no, I don't want to play it. I'll play something easy.
I can't imagine, this might be terrible shade, but like young people today having the long attention span to play even the original Super Mario Brothers. To play and complete all the way to the end.
Absolutely not.
The game.
Absolutely not.
I don't think they would.
Not the most of
I
them.
think they would consider it on Dark Souls
They
level.
want to get
Do you know what I
fucking
mean?
G Fuel on an IV strapped into their vein. They want to smash out Fortnite over and over. Give me the skins, mum.
Yeah.
Give me the skins, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly.
Give me your fucking credit card so I can win this game and make this other kid feel bad, and then I
that's
can
the
call
other
them
thing.
racist words when I kill them.
Yeah. The pay to play
It's fucking
vibe
crazy.
that
That's
a
the
lot
whole
of
thing
games
of
have
video games
now.
now.
I
How do
don't
you feel about pay
participate.
to play?
I just don't participate in it. I'm old school. If
Are we
I'm
too old?
spending like $50 or more on a game, like that's like I spent my money. Don't try and charge
I
me
feel
for all
you.
this bullshit.
I agree.
I bought your game.
I agree, and I should be able to earn any of the top tier rewards from that
Yes,
for the
through
$60.
skill. Make it hard.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make it some crazy fucking quest, but like that stuff where you can only get the best stuff when you pay for it
Upsets you.
pisses me off, Jeff. Makes me mad.
How do you think women are portrayed in video games? Because I've played a lot of games. We've talked about Lara Croft as a protagonist. There's plenty of other female protagonists in video games, and more recently so. Do you think they have always been portrayed one way? Do you think the fact that even if a woman is put in the strongest armor, it tends to be a little pair of panties and titties and vagina coverings?
Yeah.
How do you think women are portrayed in video games? How has it changed and progressed?
It's changing with the culture. You know, when it was only sexualized women, no matter what their role was. That's what you were seeing in television. That's what you're seeing, in magazines. And now you have The Last of Us, who has like trans characters and, LGBTQ everything, and like beautiful, strong, not overdrawn women. So I feel like it's changed with culture. It was horrifying. Objectifying in the beginning.
I want the Rosie O'Donnell video game. I want it to be the butcher, the better.
Yeah.
I want it to be stacked, jacked, like giant traps.
Yeah.
Unsexualize women and then resexualize them as men. I want men in video games. I just want
Have you played Borderlands?
Early men with vaginas to play video games.
I feel like Borderlands sexualizes the men and the women in the game.
Everyone gets sexualized in it.
Yeah.
I don't mind if games sexualize characters. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I do think it could be equal. Like, why not put the
if you're gonna have a sexy game, have a sexy game. Great.
I'm like, listen, Chun-Li, her pants are skin tight, or her skirt rides out, and you see the bottom of her cheeks, and they look plump and delicious. Yeah. But give Bison. Wait, is that his name? What's his fucking name? Blanca. Jesus Christ. Chun-Li's got these beautiful buttons, right?
Yeah.
But do me a favor and give like Blanca a little bit of a cock outline in his shorts.
Yeah.
He's wearing jorts.
Yeah,
you would see it.
Something shorter, more midriff, more
I want to see a little bit of orange pubes hanging out the bottom of his shorts.
Yeah.
Sexualize him too.
Was it Radon? He should have like the laser pubes, the lightning pubes.
Electrical static around the tip of his penis. Yeah. That's how it would be,
he should finish him. But he
on him.
Yeah. Rewrite the whole game. We know what should have been done.
But for real, I think there's nothing wrong with sexualizing characters.
Sexualized.
But sexualize both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about console versus PC. You mentioned it earlier on, console versus PC. There's always been this like apparent rivalry between console players and PC players.
Oh my God, I know.
Do you know where it comes from?
No, I don't. And I always get the shit end of the stick because I am a console player. And PC players look down on me.
I get it. So you need aim assist to play most first-person shooters.
Oh!
And
yes, I do.
You want to have your field of view limited. You want to ensure that, it's easy to get a high KD because you are technically hitting shots that you would never land normally because you don't have the skill
or prowess is what you're saying. Okay. What do you mean field of view?
Well, we have a wider field of view on PC generally for most first-person shooter games because you have wider monitors. Generally, it's just
you're playing
on monitor.
Game?
Also, at a higher, we get higher DPI, so we can have much higher quality of game visualization than console players
so that should make it easier for you.
It should, yeah, you're right. It should, but we still have to line up our shots to the nth degree perfectly. We have to hit
do you have a joystick? Do you have a?
No, we have mouse and keys.
That's
it? With the mouse, you need to be able to hit the perfect pixel on the screen to land that shot. Whereas with a controller, as long as you get generally near that location,
you're in.
You're landing a shot because you have aim assist that drags it to the right point.
Not all games have aim assist and you can turn it off on a lot of games.
You can, you're right.
What if you turned it off? Then would you say fair?
Absolutely, I would say incredible.
Console, absolutely
I even think using it is fair. I don't think it's unfair. I just think it requires a lower level of skill to land shots, which is a fact.
You know what? I actually don't know.
They say PC Master Race. I guess I'm a little bit of a snob. I am a little bit of a snob.
You are a snob.
A little bit. I'm a PC snob.
But aren't console and PC people separated? I couldn't go onto your game and play it from a console.
No, you can. I play regularly with console players. Yeah.
Really?
The servers are mixed and everything now.
Is that why people are pissed?
Yeah.
That actually makes more sense now. I did not realize because I don't play those kind of games.
And also, there's infinitely more cheaters, infinitely more hackers on PC than there are on console.
So then that's one for you.
Have you ever come across a hacker in a game?
No, again, I don't play a lot of online games.
Oh, tell me what you
really enjoy online games.
What's your mainstay of games then? RPGs?
Yeah, I like it to be easy.
Yeah.
And RPGs are usually pretty easy. I like complicated upgrade systems. I like all those design things like wardrobe, stats, all of that.
Have you ever fangirled or fallen in love with a video game character?
Yeah.
Who?
Yuna from Final Fantasy 9, 10, and 10-2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, how did that relationship start? Was it because you were young and this was your first visualization of this powerful...
but I don't know. I just really, really liked her. Those Japanese RPGs back in the day were very well drawn. Let me just start there. They're very well drawn, Jeff.
Have you played Nier Automata? I feel like you should play... Was it Nier Automata? What's the Automata?
No, I don't have that one. I
What
just
is
got Bayonetta though.
Oh, Bayonetta's nice.
I haven't played it yet,
Similar
though. I
vibe,
just got
similar
it.
vibe.
Yeah.
Get on a sexy outfit,
Yeah.
kicking ass, shooting
Yeah.
and slashing and fighting.
Completely obsessed with it. Need it.
If you were going to be made into a video game character,
I have been. Continue.
what would you? Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah. God. So Brazzers has like a video game section, and they use me in a character in in one of their video games.
But what's the
Yeah.
options? It's like down, right to what?
Yeah, there's a lot of sex in the game. I'm not, unfortunately, a combat character.
You're
It's
a
more of
fucking character.
Yeah, but I get it, you know? It's right up my alley.
Now-
And you can like dress me and get points and like buy stuff for my character. I know.
Have you got one of your own characters? Do you have one of your own?
I have played my character. She
Yeah?
looks great.
Did you invest
She's
in
a
her?
whore.
I like the
She
idea.
does things I could never do.
See, I don't know if those
Physically,
things.
emotionally.
That kind of a game sounds to me like one of those games. You know, when you go to a porn website and it goes,
Don't
jerk
Sure.
off.
Yeah,
Why don't you
you'll
play
never
this?
finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead, play this game and you tell her what to do.
Exactly. You know the game. You've played it.
I've seen the adverts. And I've never played them because it's not a fucking video game. It's just a way for dudes to jerk off to anime porn,
What?
basically.
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
about
consider
you?
that video games. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm a
what,
snob.
What type of games do you like then?
Oh, I love all genre of video games. I like
Literally
side
all
scrollers. I like
genres.
RPG. I like fighting.
Slashers.
Yeah.
What would you play the most of?
I'd even play like sports games, and I'm not the biggest interest in sports games, but I'll play. I used to smash out a bit of FIFA, Football Manager. Wait, do you remember Football Manager?
I hate all sports games. They're stupid.
Wow, you just upset a large portion of your fan base.
Literally.
Yeah.
The subscribership.
They're paying for
is
your
going down
OnlyFans,
right now.
and they're
like,
paying
"Not
for
anymore,
fucking
not
NBA
anymore."
2K
They
outfits.
probably fucking are.
Yeah.
I know. So sports games, no. But if you had a graph of all the gaming you've ever done, what genre of game do you
Would be
think
at the
most
top.
of your time?
Oh, RPG, and only because I put thousands of hours into Skyrim. So that
Who
game
hasn't?
and Oblivion and
just the
Witcher
chain, just
and
the-
actually
yeah,
The Witcher.
yeah.
I got hundreds of hours in all those
You like
games. but
Fallout, I know.
I had over 1,000 in Skyrim, and I've had over 1,000 in one of the Fallout games as well.
Yeah.
That I absolutely adored. No, that's a lie. Hundreds on a Fallout game. I've never had 1,000 on
I
a
don't think
Fallout
I've
game.
ever had 1,000 hours on a game, although I'm surprised about Skyrim because I played the shit out of that.
You can definitely put
Yeah.
thousands into it.
Easily.
You were just, you're a noob. You're a casual gamer. I don't even know if you're a real gamer.
Did you ever play
You talk about it a lot.
World of Warcraft, all that shit?
I've never played WoW, no.
No, me neither.
No, I've never been into
I
those.
wanted to ask you about it.
I would play it. I would
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it. It's the kind of game, though, if you go into it, I think you get... There's certain video games these days that you can dip in and out of. You can have fun. And that's what sports games are for a lot of people.
Okay.
It's for the guy or the girl who's got a full-time job. They only get to play
Few
games maybe
hours.
on a Friday night with a few buddies. They
yeah.
get online, they go, yo,
Yeah.
let's all just hang in our, order some pizza and just fucking chill.
Sounds nice.
Play some NBA
Yeah.
2K for a couple of
Yeah.
hours. It's more about the hang. And then there's games that take over your life.
Skyrim.
World of Warcraft.
Well, that's why I never played because my personality would have got sucked in.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Do you get addicted to stuff like that in video games too?
The RPGs where like you're at work but you're like thinking about getting home to like turn the console on.
I remember my scariest addiction to a video game was there was a period. I've got a tattoo on the back of my leg.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Let me see.
which is of.
it.
In fact, there's two. There's one on each.
Two
one on each
video game
calf.
tattoos.
Yeah, one on each calf. But this one is inspired by Assassin's Creed. So I've got like the Assassin.
Fuck yeah,
I'll
that's
turn
a great
I'll turn it
chain.
around so we can all see it.
Yeah.
It's got the Assassin's Creed symbol, and it's like an assassin's hood, and it says,
Oh, hell yeah.
"Nothing is true, everything is permitted" on the back of the skulls,
Yeah.
right? And that is from
Which one?
Well, Brotherhood was one of my favorites.
Okay.
That was one of the best ones. I can't get these down again. These pants were too
Show
tight.
that calf.
There we go. So the game was like my addiction for a
Yeah.
while, and this was when I was still living in East London,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
going
yeah.
up and down Ridley Road Market. I lived on St Mark's Rise at the end of Ridley Road Market in East End. I was partying all the time. I was still very depressed, but also partying a lot and DJing. So I was doing a lot of ketamine, and I remember I was
So I was doing
playing.
a lot of ketamine.
I would sit down and play the Assassin's Creed. It was either the first or the second game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the second game. It was the second Ezio game, and I was playing for honestly like almost 24 hours solid periods.
Like in a row?
Yeah.
Like straight on?
Yeah. And what I would do is I would get
Damn.
dressed up. I had this
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed outfit that I had made by this designer
I
friend
was
of
just
mine.
going to ask where you got the outfit. So you had
I'd wear
it
this
made.
outfit. I'd wear this outfit, this cosplay outfit,
I love
and I would do
everything about
ketamine
this.
all night.
Yes.
No, it's a terrible idea.
So
I'd walk around the streets afterwards and I'd think I was Ezio and I'd be just going like, I could jump off there, I could parkour over there.
No. Okay, you're right, that's bad.
That's a great place to like be an assassin. I could hide there, that's how I would take him out. If someone was gonna jump me, it would happen here. It was crazy. It was
So
crazy.
it's like midsummer, you're in a cloak looking all paranoid. I'm just imagining like what it would look like to look at you
Evenings,
on the
I would
street.
walk around the streets a bit and then go back and play more and then go out high on ketamine, feeling like I was Ezio. Playing that song.
Did you ever get laid as Ezio? Like one night you go out after gaming as Ezio?
Actually,
did it get you laid though?
No, I've never been laid because I was dressed up as Ezio. But I did have sex with a girl at San Diego Comic Con dressed in my full cosplay outfit, Assassin's Creed cosplay outfit.
You have like full...
Oh, I have a suit of armor that was made and everything after that.
This is a good question then. How many costumes do you have at home specifically related to video games?
Oh, no, barely any. 2. I got a PUBG outfit. No, 3.
Okay.
PUBG, Ghost, obviously, Call of Duty, and then I have that one. I have the Assassin's Creed outfit.
Any that you got rid of?
Nah, that's it. Just
that's
the 3.
It, your whole life.
What about you, though? You must have done a bunch of porn with, like...
Yeah, does it count when it's just porn, though? Like, I've done, like,
I'm going to split your
like...
Princess Peach.
Oh, well, I've been Princess Peach. I actually have a Princess Peach costume at home right now.
Have you been fucked by Mario and Luigi yet?
So I have this idea. Coming soon.
Okay.
To a site near you.
Okay. And he's got, please make Mario super gruff Italian New York, you know, like, hey, I've come round to fix your pipes. I come to check your pipes for tortoise shells.
You're hired.
Let me open your
peach. Shells?
Let me see that peach. Come over here, sweetheart. And he fucking, hey, that's a nice provolone.
Play that now.
It looks like a provolone sandwich. And then he fucking hops in there.
Yeah.
And Luigi's got like a really long thin dick, and Mario has to have a super thick short dick. Yeah.
Is a chode?
Coke can, like a little fucking...
You imagine Mario's dick as a chode.
Is that what a chode means?
You know, like a like equally
chunky
like
dick.
This way and this way, like the you know.
Yeah, it's like a can of spam.
A can
like a squished can of spam. Yeah, if you cut a can of spam in half, that's Mario's dick.
No.
And Luigi is like a long, like it's like a couple of hot dogs, a couple of Kirklands hot dogs strapped together, but like footlongs.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. But also would be the most successful pornography movie of all time if you could get that.
Let's do this.
All of the best things in pornography are normally the most unique and ridiculous concepts.
Yeah.
So why not go through? I'd love to see you do a series where you went through video games and took all the most grotesque characters, paid a proper special effects, not ugly necessarily, but like you could even be Lady Demetriou from Resident Evil Village. You could be her, but get the proper makeup, like and look like the killer vampire version, and fuck people as her in the prosthetic makeup.
Stilts.
Sure, in stilts. Yeah, on those sort of half-length stilts.
They're all just gonna eat my pussy.
He has to eat your pussy, and you're standing up.
Yeah.
That would be like. That would be so niche, but it would have such a huge potential earnings market for it. If you do this, I want 50%. I'll direct it.
You got all the Mario and Luigi, and we're doing it all.
Yeah, like Mario and Luigi, like for instance.
Turtles.
No, Mario and Luigi. You don't dress up as Princess Peach. No,
April.
No, you dress up as one of the Goombas. And you get fucked as a Goomba, like you're a hot Goomba. We get you a ball cap, and you got the little teeth and the big giant shoulders. The guys are holding onto your giant shoulders as they're fucking railing you from behind. That's pornography that there's a huge audience who would pay for. Now that's art, ladies and gentlemen.
That's art.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Go.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You could be that Final Fantasy character, but you could be like, you could be a chocobo. You could be fucked as a chocobo.
You know what? I wouldn't be able to monetize it because
Why not?
You can't do animal stuff.
Oh.
You can't even dress up like a bunny rabbit for Easter.
Wait, so you can't do like furry stuff? What about furry stuff? No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It's hard to monetize.
Wow, really?
So it's a dumb idea with the chocobo. I love the chocobo. Would you play the theme song?
No, you'd have to lay an egg at the end of it. What about if you don't fuck anyone? You just lay some eggs as a chocobo. You just squeeze a few out.
Can't. Not on a porn site.
Wow. Boring.
Boring.
Even if you pre-boil them.
I wonder if I get sued if I use the Chocobo theme song while I got fucked.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You're like,
I think the internet would come for
actually,
me.
you would get sued.
You would get some really angry letters in Japanese
or a
that would
bunch
be
of
like,
people
you're in
confused.
trouble.
They're like, you're the ugliest big bird we've ever seen. And I'm like, no.
No.
It was a Chocobo, clearly.
Technically, you've wet your toes in the video game world by doing even pornography in
and
it.
squirt
That's interesting.
and everything.
Yeah.
But you know what we haven't talked about? I'm sure everybody knows, but you have done voice work for like massive, like one of the most massive video games ever.
Yeah. I've done voice work now in a bunch of AAA IPs. Yeah. Like Call of Duty and Valorant and Total War, Harry Potter, Star Wars and stuff.
Oh,
it's
I didn't
been
know
great.
you did Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's not out
this
yet.
one?
Magic Awakened, yeah. Oh. No, not the last one. The one that got all the hatred and all the
No, it
upset.
sure did, yeah. But I did, you know, you're British. You could have done some shit in there.
Listen, exactly. I did actually record for that job.
Did you?
I recorded 6 characters and I lost the job because I mentioned it in a tweet reply. And they cut me from the game. So they re-recorded all my... Yeah, I voiced 6 characters for that game.
That is... Why? What was their rationale behind that?
Oh, their rationale was you signed an NDA to not talk about this and you talked about it. You're a fucking idiot.
Did you really talk about it?
Well, I mentioned it in a tweet reply, yeah. My grandma died, I was flying home and my head was in a tizzy and some guy was like, what games have you done? And blah, 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 and I went blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that totally makes sense, actually, especially because sometimes it takes forever for this stuff to come out. So to you, you're
It didn't come out until 2 years after that game.
Right, but you probably filmed it fucking forever.
Yeah, I recorded it a year before that came out 2 years after that, so it was like a delay. That's the problem with voiceover in video games. It's a great job. It's a great job to actually do, but it's really badly paid compared to other jobs, SAG-AFTRA jobs, and certainly because there's no you don't get a residual check every time it airs.
To me, they're like icons.
Sure,
like they're
absolutely.
the voice you hear in your head.
Absolutely, yeah, and the protagonist, you live that story through. So without a good voice acting performance, I think it's really hard to connect to a character.
I actually completely agree. That's one thing I really love about how video games have changed. The voice acting now draws you in.
Absolutely, and you've got motion capture. It's a whole nother level now. I mean, the performance level is
legit.
It really is, and in a lot of video games. Still a lot of dog shit out there.
Oh, don't get me wrong, yes, but some of my favorite video games are there because you come for the action, stay because it ended up being a fucking amazing plot.
Have you married people in video games before? Have you ever taken a wife or a husband? Sims.
Yeah. And Animal Crossing? No.
You married one of your animals? Wow.
I wish.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Cherie's a furry.
She's been fucking one of her pigs. You'd kill it. Can you imagine if you came out as a furry
relationship. Yeah, I'd be the best at it.
You'd have to be
what animal would I be?
Well, you'd have to be a grey fox because you're a MILF. You'd be a MILF furry.
Oh yeah, I want the silver line down my back.
You'd be like an old
I'm older,
fox.
but I'm spry. Like that energy.
Like an old cougar. Do you know what I mean? With one limping,
Am I limping?
one gammy leg. You'd have a big scar
limp.
across one eye. You'd be like Scar from Lion King. Yeah.
I'm all mangy. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
A couple of main spots on the back of your neck.
I've got
just fucking
permanent cough.
Fleas.
No one knows why.
But you fuck though. You fuck.
Yeah, I do. I let him get it.
You dominate. Has there ever been a video game you played that you've just gone, no, I can't do this?
What do you mean, no, I can't do this?
I'm not great with terrifying, scary games. Silent Hill, when Silent Hill first came out, I was a youngster and I was petrified.
Yeah.
Now when I look at that game, I laugh thinking about how scared I was of the thing.
It's not scary. Yeah, I was scared of the Dark Crystal movie. So
but there's VR games out there
that
you put on. There's VR games that you put on that are they are terrifying. It's terrifying.
I've only tried them at arcades, and it's too much.
Yeah.
I know I couldn't play a zombie game that was VR,
This is why you'll never
be
truly Lara Croft, because she goes into the places that she's most scared of.
She's so brave.
This is why I'll never be really Ezio Auditore Differenza. I'm just a bloke who used to take ketamine and who was feeling really unpowerful and lonely in himself. Wow. Well, there we go.
All right. Well.
This has been an uplifting episode, ladies and gentlemen.
About video games.
It has been. You know what? They brought as much joy and as much misery to our lives, but we'll always keep playing them.
0% misery.
Okay, final thing to send off, because everyone's going to wonder.
Yeah.
We're playing a fantasy game, RPG style.
Yeah.
What race and what class is your go-to every time?
Either cleric or magic user. And then something interesting, they have non-human races. I'm always that.
She's a furry. It's a Khajiit, ladies and gentlemen.
I was.
Or maybe a dragon, dragonborn.
Not as drawn to that, but the Khajiit, yeah. How about you?
Oh, wow. What's wrong with dragonborns? Why don't you like their scales?
They're slimy fucking scales.
Wow, you heard it here
said
first.
it. Then now I'm canceled.
I'm always an elf. And I'm always,
Elf? Always an elf?
yeah. Half
Okay.
elf or an elf, you know.
I've done that,
I'm
yeah.
always, and I'm a bit of a ranger character. I'm a ranger, a warrior.
I knew
Hack
that.
and slash, dual wield.
I knew that because when we D&D, like we've jumped games, and you're still in that
Same character.
genre.
So if you've got pointy ears, look me up. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stab your insides. Okay.
Okay.
That's where we
So,
wrap.
yeah, the comic.
Cougar.
Conversation.
See you next time.
See you next time.